greetings to all the respected teachers and faculty and my fellow classmates present here. Today I have the privilege to interview before you Mr. Vijay Subhash Dalvi, a seasoned professional in HR, IR and compliance management, heading the HR of a pharmaceutical company well known as the Blue Cross Laboratories Limited in metropolitan Mumbai region. Welcome, sir. Firstly, I would like to thank you for this valuable time you have provided for this interview. My questions are going to be based on professionalism, leadership, and more. So, sir, in your opinion, my first question to you will be what is the meaning of the word effective in relation to a working professional?
Okay, so Arya, when we talk about effectiveness or effective in a
Yes, sir.
professional world, that
Yes, sir.
the capability of producing a desired result or an output in a given manner and in a time-bound fashion. When we say that, okay, the guy is effective, that means he is effectively managing the task given to him and is performing well in time and in a fashion which is required. Take an example like accountant or a HR manager or a project manager or a sales manager. Now, sales manager being in sales will require to achieve the sales target for the month or for the year or for the YTD. Similarly, for HR manager, it is important that he hire the right candidate on the right time and also do the compliance part, including the payroll or the welfare. So when we talk about effectiveness, how they normally go upon their work and deliver the task well in time and in effective manner, that is how my definition on effectiveness on the professional person would be.
So, very well said. So, my next question to you will be that how does an effective person manage his or her time? As you being an HR manager, an HR head yourself, I would like to know this personally from you.
When you enter a professional world, Arya,
Yes, sir.
it is more important that what would be my task for the present day, for the next day, or in the coming days. I also need to understand what are the timelines given to me on particular task or on a particular project. And those tasks or project need to be fulfilled in a given time-bound manner. So
Yes,
if
sir.
you see, all the leaders will have a well-planned, what you call task bar or a daily planner, and they also ensure that whether the task is completed on that particular day or date and how it is executed. A manager who is very effective or a professional will always have a time-bound manner of executing each task given to him. And because today you have multiple tasks, it is not only the recruitment. Today you are bombarded with lot many things like recruitment, compensation, IR
Yes,
issues, legal cases, court cases, some kind of training, some kind of a performance management. So all these will have deadlines, and
yes,
you will
sir.
have to ensure that these deadlines are in fact followed in a time-bound manner and executed to the precision or to the perfection. If you say that, okay, performance will have to be completed by 20th of February, you cannot delay beyond that.
Yes,
There
sir.
is a budgeting process which every person will require to be doing on a time-bound manner as per the timeline given by the finance. So if the budget for the particular function or division will have to be submitted on a particular date, you will have to plan in such a way that on or before the particular date, you submit the budget.
Yes, sir.
And you will see that all those call planners or what you call the task bar, the profession follows so that they understand that these are my important tasks for today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and how I will be executing it. Because if you don't mention it, you will be forgetting in some of the important tasks and the timeline, which will be bad as a profession.
Very well said, sir. So, my next question to you will be in your opinion, what are the three qualities of being a professional in your job?
So normally, whenever we hire a person for any professional job,
Yes,
I personally see that 4 to 5 qualities are very important now for a today's date. And I see that willingness to learn is one of the important qualities. A guy who has this ability that, okay, I am willing to learn anything, because today the things are becoming multitask and you need to have that learning approach. If you do not have that learning approach, then probably one of the criteria in the professional competencies, you will be failing in it. Second is self-motivated. A guy has to be self-motivated. If you're not self-motivated, and if you're always a guy who take the orders and follow the orders, then you will never become a professional leader. You will have to have a self-motivation part inbuilt as a competencies when you are performing the professional work. The third one is collaborative nature. Today, you cannot work alone. You have to work with cross-functional teams,
Yes,
within
sir.
the teams, within the colleagues, and that collaborative nature has to be there. If you have to perform a project or you have to perform a particular objectives which require cross-functional connect, you
Yes, sir.
cannot do it alone. Interdependency is very important when you do this, and that is one of the important competencies I believe required for the professional. The third one is honesty and integrity. Whenever and whatever work you
Very
do,
well said.
your
Yes, sir.
your approach has to be very honest. And why I said integrity, because today I have seen people are hiding the facts. People are manipulating the data, figures,
Yes, sir.
and data privacy or data protection is very important. If I am in account department, I cannot force the figures. If I am in HR, I cannot force the data on the compliance part. That will be a not a very professional thing. And the last one is all the candidates, all the professionals will have to have a very effective communication style. If you cannot properly communicate, then even if you are a hard worker or a competent guy, but you are not able to deliver the message meant, then it will be of no use. So those people who are in profession, whatever they take, they will have to adopt what you call the communication style, either written or oral, because that is how you normally try to deliver the message what you intend to do.
Yes, very well said, sir. We are also being taught this by this book called The Professional, and it literally highlights the same 2 points that you have to work with integrity and you have to be able to do your work unsupervised, and you have like completely answered the question in the same exact manner. So my next question to you is, in your opinion, on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 being the highest, how important is it to be a professional to be effective?
So effective as a professional, you have to have those key competencies and adhere to it. You cannot be called as effective if you are not following the time, if you're not following the timeline, if you guys are not collaborative, or if there is an issue regarding your honesty or integrity. Similarly, when I say that, okay, I'm not following the deadlines again and again, I'm missing on those deadlines, that is not called as a professionalism. When I say that, okay, today I am going to have a Zoom call with so and so person at so and so time, and if
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not on time, that is not a professionalism. I am being asked again and again, or if there is anyone who is making follow up again and again for a particular support, then I'm not professional. So it is very important that you have, if you have to be an effective leader, you need to have those competency imbibed in you and adhere to it so that you are a truly effective professional when you do your task or work.
Yes, sir. Very well said, sir. So my last question to you is going to divert a little. Sir, this question is on behalf of my fellow classmates who intend on choosing HR as their specialization. There are quite a lot of students, and with your level of expertise, the awards you have won, I know how brilliant you are in your job. I would like to know some of your advice and some of your insights that you can share for what a true HR professional should look like.
See, if anyone, any student who is taking HR as a profession,
Yes, sir.
and I understand when we talk about HR, today HR has been a shift into what I used to practice long back. So it was called as a personal management. Then it used to have industrial relations and compensation and payroll part. But today HR is more into talent management, training and development, organizational change. So we talk about AI also, or automations. All this part, to be a successful HR person will have. require in a student. Today, when they choose a career in HR, more important is how they have how they are how they are in their domain knowledge. So when I do talent management or talent acquisitions, how effective I am in terms of understanding the requirement of the candidate, requirement of the organization, and how I choose the right candidate for the job. Similarly, offering the compensation and benefit, offering proper platform for training and development, making career plan, making succession plan, all these are very important field of HR. And a student who wanted to take HR as a profession will have to understand all the domain part of it, that how the process flows, how the things flows. uh, Most of the HR part is now outsourced.
Yes, sir.
Like example, the payroll part.
Yes.
Like example, the compliance part. Compliance means the statutory compliance, I say. So core HR requires more focus on training and development, more focus on performance management, more focus on organizational change and development, more focus on acquisition of talent. And all these are required very sophisticated knowledge on automated platform, because there are lot many platforms which you'll be dealing with in terms of recruitment, in terms of hiring, in terms of what you called reference check, in terms of data management. You should know the HRMS part. HRMS means the human resource management system, which now companies have come up with AI integrations, data analytics. So all
Yes,
these
sir.
are very important for the students of HR to understand, and before taking this as a part of their career. And I believe that most of the institute are teaching on this front.
Yes,
I
sir.
think there are professionals also who does come and give the insight about the industry.
Yes, sir,
And
for sure.
if the colleges are calling any such professional, you will get a complete insight about how the organization are dealing on the HR front.
Yes, sir. Because a lot of
You
my fellow classmates at NSBT are willing to take HR as their profession, and that is why I really thought your insights would matter, which they have. Sir,
You can check with your professor Arya if they are willing to have an interactive session with the professional on HR part. Even I can come all the way to Aurangabad and
sir,
deliver.
sir, it would be our pleasure if we could get you to Aurangabad NSBT to talk
Because
about
we do
HR.
interact with IAS and we do interact with other students, provide them the insight and how things are happening on HR front in the industry and where the scope lies.
Sir, that would be a great honor if we can do that. I would definitely talk to my authorities and will make this happen. Sir, I'm immensely grateful for your time and the invaluable insights you have provided to me and my fellow classmates of NSBT. On behalf of myself and NSBT, I thank you, sir.
Thank you, Arya.